In this video, we'll show you how to use some of the temporary changes on the Uni 3 scale, such as the print quantity label button, fixed price change, unit price change, best before date, save PLU, and the multiplier. So first off, we'll start with the print quantity label. So the way this works, it only works for preset price items. So I believe 4988 is a pre-priced item, which is at 715. I punch in the PLU. To use this, let's say I wanted 3 labels to come out. I would press 3, print quantity label, and then press print. So my first label is out. Once I take it off, the second one will print, and finally the third one. And that is it. Be careful with this setting. Again, if we try it again, so 4988 PLU. If I went 4 print quantity. So the way this works is once I take it off, if the sensor is exposed, it will print out the next label. So if wind blows, one will automatically come out because the sensor here. This is your sensor. This is your peel off sensor. So once that is good, the next label will print out. Next up, fixed price change. So the way that works is if I want to change the price of a fixed price item, I can do that. So let's go 4988 PLU. Current price is 715. If I want to change it to, let's say, $1, 100, fixed price change. Now it's at $1. If I went print, then you can see it there at $1. If I call that PLU up again, 4988, it goes back to the original price. So the fixed price change is only a temporary change, it's not a permanent change. If I call up a weight item, let's say 5066, that's a weight item. If I want to change the price, it's currently $22.38. Let's say I want $2, 200, unit price change, now it's at $2. Okay, or $6, unit price change, $6. So punch in the amount first and then unit price change. So if I print this, if I wanted to change the best before date, currently it's set to best before December 24th. If I want to go, let's say 5066 again, if I want to punch in, I think 25 best before, now that's changed. Go print. So now it's December 25th. Originally it was the 24th. If I went 15 best before, whoops, 5066 PLU, 15 best before, print. So December 15th. So I can change the best before date if needed with this button here. So just by punching in the day of the month. If depending on the day you are, if you're nearing the next month, let's say we're currently in June, if we want to print a date in July, we do have to punch in the entire month, day, and year numerically on the keypad and then touching this button as we proceed. The Save PLU button, what that does, if I have save that is on, if I call up my PLU, so let's say 5066 PLU, I put on the weight item, my weight, and I press print, take off my label, take off my weight, the PLU remains. So then I can put in another, ideally different weight, and then also press print to print a different weight item. If I take off my weight again, the PLU remains. If I go save PLU, it's off. I call up a PLU, 5066 PLU, put on the weight, press print. As soon as I take my label and take the weight off, it goes back to 0. The PLU has disappeared. So generally you use the Save PLU button if, let's say, you have a container of a weight item and then you're adding more or removing some, so it actually helps you save the PLU. It doesn't let you print out until you say print, and you can keep the PLU there for instance, you have multiple items you want to weigh and print. The multiplier, what that does, only works for pre-priced items, so 4988, and we want to multiply it by, let's say, 3 times, so it's a multiplier of 3 times the price. or whatever value you want, like 6 times 715 will give you that price. Okay, and that's how those button works. Sorry, one last thing was the shift button. This allows you to access your lower and upper. So right now I have two PLUs on this one key, so if I touch that, I have David's no frills. Touch it again, David no thrills. But if I need to access the lower key, you have shift and then the preset, and it gives me access to the second key that's there. If I touch this key again, it goes back to the upper portion. So always shift and then lower key to access those buttons there. So shift and the lower half. And that's it.